She's laughing because I'm hilarious.
Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our channel.
It's cold.
It's cold. It
I'm
is
cold.
You know, we don't introduce ourselves enough. So if you have never been on our channel before, I'm Sandy.
And I'm cold.
No, his name's not Cold.
I'm Jed.
So, and welcome to our channel. We're so glad you're here, and we hope you're enjoying our van build. But the plan for today is we are going to be doing some tables. So we are going to be doing a flip-up countertop here on the end of our kitchen counter, so we have some extra space to work on. And we are going to be doing the top and installing our Lagun table over by our bench seat.
I'm still cold.
It's cold. I think just a couple of weeks ago we were complaining it was still too hot, and now we're freezing. Like the temperature just went.
North Carolina, you need to reconsider fall.
And it's really not even that cold. What is it, like 49? 40,
No, it's actually in the low 40s. No,
low 40s?
No, it's in the upper 30s, if not low 40s.
It's chilly. We probably should look at getting our heat in this thing eventually here. So
It's 42 degrees.
all right, guys. Well, yeah, we have some tabletops to build.
And we might show you a couple more little small projects. No promises, but if we get to those, great. If not, then we're documenting our entire van build, so you'll be able to see it.
Okay, so we actually saved this little piece of wood here from when we cut down our countertop for the kitchen. So this is actually going to go here like this. That's about how much space we're going to gain from adding this extension. So the first thing we have to do, though, is we need to cut out our piece of wood for our tabletop, which is going to be over here on our Lagun table. That way we can kind of just veneer all this and put the polyurethane and everything on at one time. So let's cut some wood. Alright, so we got our flip-up table and our...
She's laughing because I'm hilarious.
I just told him he's not a very good director at all. He's supposed to tell me what he wants me to do.
Van stuff.
Flip-up table here. We've actually already put the veneer on it. So it's all ready to be coated in some polyurethane. And we still have to veneer this one. This is going to be our Lagun tabletop. We really debated on how big we wanted to make this. We ended up making it, it's 30 inches by 15 inches. We figure it's plenty of room for us to get 2 sets of dishes on here to sit down and have dinner, and plenty of room for Jed to work on video and things like that, so we think it'll work good. So yeah, so now we're just going to veneer this up.
We're doing the same thing that we did for our kitchen countertop.
Oh yeah, so kitchen countertop video, you can check that out. We'll leave a link in the description, put a card up here for that you can click on to go over to that video. We kind of did a step-by-step on how to do the veneer in that video, so if you are not familiar with veneer, you can go take a look at that video. But we're just going to do this up real quick, and you can check it out over there if you want to see that.
Now it's time to check out our Lagun table and what's in the box. So we have the base plate, some hardware. Well, it's basically 4 bolts, washers, etc. And the actual table itself. So this is actually going to get mounted to the table, and this actually gets mounted to the base plate. Forgot to mention, it also comes with this little backing board for the base plate. I didn't mention it because we had to paint it to match, so it was not in the box. We have the wooden base plate here. We have the metal base plate. We're going to put the wooden one first. You want to be, according to the instructions, you want to be 3 1/4 up off the floor. It says the table may sit too low. Now, I did have to trim this down maybe 1/8 of an inch to actually fit it in here. But not a big deal. So we drilled our holes. Now, I'm doing this just so that we can be sure that we clear and we do. Awesome. You can just use this little handle over here to kind of adjust the height of your table. And you can actually press the little button in on these, and it's kind of like a ratchet. So as you can see, I can't turn it all the way around, but if you press the button, then it doesn't engage it. But I had this super loose, so it's kind of difficult to show you here. I'm just going to tighten these down. And there it is in all of its glory. Minus the tabletop, of course. But there it is.
Okay, so while we're waiting for our tabletops to dry and everything so that we can mount them up, we are going to work on putting some blackout curtains up between the cab of the van and the back. So we bought these blackout curtains, and they have these big grommet holes in the top. So the problem with these was we need to mount the curtain rod right here along this front part, and you can see if it was there, these were going to let in a bunch of light through those. So what I did is I simply took it, bent it over, and sewed a stitch along this. So now when the curtain rod goes in, instead of you being able to see the light through where the curtain rod is, it just goes to this little pocket I made, and we can still, but the reason we did that is because now it still has the grommet, so it's a lot easier to open and close when we need to open and close that, instead of being real tight like, you know, a regular curtain rod would be. So we wanted the grommets, but we didn't want the big holes, so this was our solution. Alright, so our curtain is in place. We used some black string to kind of tie the rod onto the brackets, just to kind of give it a little extra support. If that doesn't seem strong enough, then we probably will take some black zip ties, and you can't even really see it here on the black curtain rod, so we think it looks fine. But they work really well. They slide really easily, like that. You know, maybe get a little piece of Velcro or something here to make sure these stay closed all the way, so it stays nice and dark or private in here. But overall, a little wrinkly, but good. All right, so our tables are all ready. So we've got our coats of polyurethane on them. This is our flip-up table here that we are going to be installing right here on the end. And we bought these little things here on Amazon. They're just little flip-ups, so they basically are going to attach right here. The tabletop's going to sit on top of it. Yeah, looks pretty easy. We'll see how that goes.
Our brackets did come with these fancy little wood screws that we're about to put in. However, we're about to do probably the hardest thing about the whole ordeal, which is line these hinges up so that it opens the way it's supposed to open.
Right. So we weren't really sure whether it was better to attach the brackets to the cabinet first or to the actual table. I guess that's a leaflet or whatever you want to call it. We opted for putting it on here first. I mean, we'll see if that's the right decision.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, so we think it turned out pretty good. Ta-da!
So I really like these latches. They're super easy to use. The one, we had a flip-up table in RV that we used to have, and it seemed really complicated. It was really hard to actually get the flip-up table up and put it back down. But these are actually really nice. The table feels nice and sturdy. The only thing is that we're not sure if this is going to cause a little bit of rattle going down the road, but if it does, we'll just figure out some solution. Next up, we're going to attach the top of the Lagun table. as I try to drop and lose all the screws from it.
He's done that like 3 times now.
It's twice, actually. You may wonder why I don't use power tools on projects like this. The main reason being is that you can't always control the torque of a power tool. And the most important aspect is that this feels more arts and crafty. Artsy and
yeah.
Artsy and craftier.
To use a hand screwdriver.
That's right. So, our Lagun table is in. This table is highly adjustable, as you can see. Super crazy 360 action here. You can really move it anywhere. So, but I think it's pretty handy. You can work on here, eat on here. Okay, so
we have a flip-up table.
Ta-da.
A little kitchen table / desk. Ta-da! And curtains.
You can actually see the Lagun table when I just did that, but it's okay.
Yeah, so, again, pretty happy with how everything turned out today. Or over the last couple days, because lacquering putting this polyurethane stuff takes a couple days for everything to go on and dry.
Yeah, I think that was the longest part of this. Everything else was pretty easy to put together. The Lagun table, really impressed on how
maneuverable it is. Like,
yeah, those words.
We can use it over here at the bench. We can turn it over here. So if Jed wants to turn a swivel around and sit there and work on some video. It's also pretty easy to store it. Actually, on the bottom of the table, it's got like a little thing to where you actually store the leg on, so you can kind of just put it all the way together.
Yeah, like a little rail. So yeah, I mean,
you can adjust the height up and down, so it's very adjustable. Yeah, guys, so as always, we will leave links to everything that we used in this video in the description below if you are interested in getting any of them for yourself or for your van build. Like this video.
Make sure you subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because we are almost done with our van build.
And then it's time to get on the road. Well, we still got a little bit to go. We still have some big projects. We still have not gotten the stuff to finish our solar. It should be here very, very soon from what we hear.
Fingers
and
crossed.
So that's one of our... As soon as that stuff comes in, we are dropping everything else to work on solar.
That's right. We can actually get the driver's side
back finished and
back wall
there,
put in. Finally.
Yeah, we feel like that's been like that forever, but well, I think a lot of people have had supply issues over this pandemic, so yeah, it's been hard to get a hold of some stuff. So,
but that's gonna do it for now and for this video. And until next time, stay wonderful.
See you next time.
Call it a day.